When they're done, cut them in two. Serve them on the half shell just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a beak piece like that. Now, the second tool in the set is known as the garnishing knife. Everything you cut with this must come out fancy. Watch this, please. You cut down, you turn the potato, and then you cut through the edge. First one way and then the other. Sweet potatoes cut like this. Drop them into a little batter of pancake flour and fry them. When they're golden brown, sprinkle molasses on them. Serve them with strips of bacon for breakfast while they're delicious. Here's beets, you pickle them, and carrots, you steam or cream them. In making the original French fried potato, cut them in thick slices. Put them one on top of each other. Cross-cut the slices, and you'll never eat a French fry any other way. The potatoes cut like this will not absorb the fat because they're garnished around. Pineapples cut for your pineapple and cheese salad, cut them the same way. Here is one, and this is a dandy. Cuts any thickness or any size. Open it for a thick slice, close to the top for a thin slice. Saratoga chips, you can make them for 3 or 4 pennies a pound. Just pull the blade towards you like this. If you want the slices thicker than this, open the blade, there's a thick slice. Shoestrings for your Friday fish dinner, cut them down like this. Chop them up for your vegetable soup. What this knife is really intended for is for cutting the cabbage. You know the old-fashioned board, how you rip and tear, sometimes nipping the ends off your fingers. Lay it flat and pull it lightly towards you over the cabbage. The weight of the knife across the cabbage is all that's necessary. Why, ladies, when you get slaw cut as fine as this, you'll certainly appreciate eating it. The crowning feature of the set is the cutter that I'm going to show you now. This is known as the Champeen Vegetable Mincing Knife and Noodle Cutter. Now, when you want to make some real fine noodles at home, you roll the dough out like this. Dip this into a little flour so it doesn't stick to the dough, and as you roll it over the dough, that will cut the noodles in long strips, 10 at a time. Did you ever try to chop up a little nuts for cake? Why, I've seen ladies chop nuts and the nuts land up on the ceiling. Sometimes you chop the ends off your fingers. When you want to chop up a little nuts for cake, cooked meat, clams for chowder, soup greens to throw into your soup, making a little pepper or chicken hash is just a few strokes rolling it up and down. Why, here is without a doubt the meanest thing in the world to cut parsley. Put that in a grinder, you really grind it too fine. This machine, instead of crushing the parsley, cuts it quick, clean, and dry, leaving every bit of the juice and every bit of the flavor. Now, to clean this machine, you press the button. Rinse it out in a little water. When you're through using it, hang it up and let it dry. Here's one here that every lady should have in her home, known as the Parisian scoop. You lay it flat. Once to the right, once to the left. When you scoop them out, you'll get a perfect round little ball. You can pot roast these. Cut them out of cheese or cut them out of butter. When you're serving a fruit cocktail in the summertime, take your fresh cantaloupe, scoop them out like this, mix them with apples, pears, and watermelons, makes a delicious fruit cocktail served with a little cracked ice like you see here. But here is a tool, ladies, if you ever do get it, you'll thank the day you've seen this demonstration. When you press, it locks. It's like a pair of human hands. Reach in the oven and take the biscuits out of the oven. Ever take the hot potatoes out of the oven and burn yourself on the elbow? A roast chicken out of the oven, a piece of meat out of the pot, spinach, asparagus out of the water. Why, around canning season, when you're preserving the fruits, to take the hot fruit jars out of the water like that, that machine is worth dollars to you. And here's another one that I really know you'll enjoy having in your kitchen, known as the safety grater. No doubt you're familiar with the old-fashioned grater. I've seen ladies take a grater and rip the knuckles off. When you want to grate up potatoes for delicious potato pancakes, this has a smooth, flat edge, impossible to cut yourself. Just like you were washing clothes, you rub it up and down, and you really grate your vegetables real fine, retaining all the flavors and all the juices. Breadcrumbs for when you're serving veal cutlets or anything like that. You want a little breadcrumbs to fry your fish in? Why, there's the greatest proposition in the world. Use that for coconut, cheese, or horseradish. When you're through with it, just hit it down like that. That knocks all the food out. Rinse it out in a little water and hang it up and let it dry. Now, here is a stone made of carborundum and sapphire quartz, which is made purposely to keep these knives sharp. When they get dull, a few strokes over the edge like this, and you can put a keen cutting edge on it. If you have a dull knife or a dull pair of scissors, an old sickle or a scythe, a lawnmower, cleaver, an axe, there's a tool that will really put an edge on the knife so the knife will really cut for you. I just want to give you an idea of how sharp that knife really is when you sharpen it with that stone. Ladies, I've seen some of you try to open up cans. Now, there's a can of Campbell's baked beans. I've seen ladies open up a can and you poke a hole in it, go around the top, hippity-hop, and your finger slips. Let me show you a real proposition. Look, lay it on the can, lift up the safety, and turn the key. That locks itself on the can. No harder than you were winding up your watch. Wind up the key and that'll cut the top off of the can slick and smooth. Notice how the end raises itself up in the air so you can lift the lid off, giving you a clean, smooth edge. Now that can be used for sardine cans, square cans or round cans, exactly the same way. Now this tool here, my dear friends, needs no introduction. This will save you on an average of $20 to $30 every year you use it as a peeling knife. Here's a grater for cheese, coconut, or horseradish, a fish scaler for scaling your fish, and when you're coring your apple, it's just a slight twist of the wrist, and there's the apple core. There's one more tool that I want you to see, and I want you to watch this one very closely. Many a times when you're baking a pie, you have a pudding in the oven. I've seen ladies wrap a towel around your hand, and many a times you burn your fingers. Hook this onto the pot like this and lift the hot pots off the top of the stove. You've got a pie pan in the oven, catch a hold of the pie pan like this. Why, you couldn't get it off with a team of horses. This will positively lift 100 pounds. There's a pail of water weighs 50 or 60 pounds. That's the way you pick it up. But there's one more tool. I'll be all through and I'll be finished. Oh, now the next tool and the last one is what they call the Sarah Bernhardt cutter. This was invented by the head chef of the Imperial Hotel in the city of Berlin, Germany. You place the screw into the center of the vegetable. Twist the vegetable until the threads catch a hold, then you wind this up. You keep winding until you utilize the whole potato. The faster you turn, the quicker the slices. Why, ladies, here's a machine for slicing onions. The first onion that you slice with this cutter, you'll bless the day you've got a hold of it. Every slice cut exactly the same thickness. Every slice cut the same size. In making what they call a rosette, pull the vegetable out like this. Pin the ends together with a toothpick. Drop that potato into the hot fat and fry it. That will come out like a donut, golden brown. If you're serving a nice fish dinner, a little parsley goes in the center with the fish all around it, makes a very appetizing dish. Did you ever try to slice onions with a knife? You know how you get one thick slice and one thin slice? Run the knife through the center. That will separate each slice individual. Almost like magic, there is every slice cut exactly the same thickness and the same size. Wouldn't you like to have a set like this in your kitchen? Why, of course you would. Now don't forget, attend this theater every week and receive this 12-piece fascinating... Ladies and gentlemen, the management of this theater takes great pleasure in making this announcement. To each lady attending this theater each week, will receive absolutely free a fascinating 12-piece kitchen cutlery set, one piece each time. It is really interesting and amazing to know how you can prepare your meals in an appetizing and pleasing manner. There's an old saying, and a true one, that what is pleasing to the eye is bound to be pleasing to the appetite. I'm going to demonstrate this set to you, and I want you to watch it very closely. The first cutter that I'm going to show you, now this first one is known as the Parisian cutter. Wind it through the potato like a corkscrew. When the cutter appears on the opposite side, pull the cutter out. Place the handle in the center and twist it out. This is what they call a French curl. When you fry these, they come out like donuts, nice and brown. Serve them with your steaks or pot roast them. Unwind it, there's two curls out of the one potato. Tomorrow morning for breakfast, wind a little strip of bacon around the potato and serve them with bacon and eggs. They're delicious. Different colored vegetables, wind them together and you get the two colors. Here's a little trick cut. Split the curl halfway through the center. If you're making a shrimp salad and you happen to run short of shrimp, mix these in with the regular shrimp. Upon my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you start to eat 'em. Now the rest of the potato, you stuff it. We'll call this a little chicken. We'll call this here some hamburger. You might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in two. Serve them on the half shell just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a big piece like that. Now the second tool in the set is known as the garnishing knife. Everything you cut with this must come out fancy. Watch this, please. You cut down, you turn the potato, and then you cut through the edge. First one way, and then the other. Sweet potatoes cut like this, drop them into a little bag.
Evening, everyone. How we doing tonight? I'm having fun. Hopefully you guys are having fun too. A little behind getting started here this morning. Evening? Almost. Evening for probably most of you. But almost evening here. We've got the bread going for tonight. We've got... Gonna try out my new stovetop grill. Or my flat top grill. Gonna grill off those chicken breasts that are hopefully defrosted. Did I throw those in the freezer? I did throw those in the freezer. Lovely. So we'll give those a defrost. We'll be grilling those off. Gonna be making some hard lemonade tonight. I'm gonna be making coal cookies tonight, which I thought was sort of a cutesy use of charcoal. And I'm going to be taking a vegan recipe and very much making it not vegan when it comes to that. So it's not going to be the original. If you Google coal cookies, there's a vegan coal cookie recipe you can find pretty easily. This is not going to be that. It'll be close. But we got our bread here that's been chilling. This has been... I started this up yesterday around this time. It's gotten, somewhere close to 20 hours of fermenting now. So really only want to do it about 18, so this is actually a little overproofed at this point. But we're going to move on to our next steps with this pretty quickly. We'll get the oven going. Heat the oven up at 450. Turn our fan on. And we're going to put our pan in there to preheat since we're using cast iron. Hey Trigger, how you doing today? What's new? What's happening? We got, oh, that's quite warm. We don't want it that warm. We don't want to cook the chicken. We just wanted to frost it. There we go. Almost done filling with the water. Almost there. So I don't know if you guys can tell. Does my board look a little darker? Maybe a little darker up there? Yeah. Charcoal's sort of hard to work with. We may have some fun keeping charcoal from going everywhere tonight. Because this stuff is like super fine. I mean, it's like falling out of the bag with the clip on it still here. So keep that in mind. Charcoal is some pretty fine. This stuff is like ultra fine dust. And that's not necessarily what you want. So we'll do our first and only real shaping here of our bread. Do I want to put anything on the bottom of this one tonight? Typically you put something on the bottom of it to keep it from... I'm going to skip it. But normally I put some cornmeal or something on the bottom of the breads. But we'll quickly fold this over itself. This is looking quite dark. I like this. Got a little bit of light streaking still going on, but I think we're going to remedy that pretty quickly here with a little bacon action. And this is going to be a pretty dark loaf. Hey, Ed Mama Bear. So we got our charcoal loaf, which used gravity to remove it down to my hand. Pretty happy with the way this loaf is turning out. I mean, I had to guess on how much moisture to add into it. I took my normal no-knead bread recipe, which is 400 grams of flour, 300 grams of water, salt and yeast, and I've added 25 grams of charcoal powder and 50 grams of more water. Just thinking that it's probably going to absorb quite a bit. Actually, I should start off tonight by telling you guys, you should be careful with charcoal. Someone mentioned it to me, and Leah mentioned it. Old friend Mixer Days. I don't think she is a Twitch person, but she was pointing out that, yes, charcoal can mess with your drugs. If you're taking drugs, you have prescriptions, you have anything along that line. It's so absorbent. I mean, they use it in hospitals and ER rooms for overdoses and stuff like that to essentially neutralize what's in the stomach. And so, yeah. What charcoal powder is, it's charcoal. It is literally just charcoal. Ultrafine powder. This is a pound of it. And from what I read, it's not that horrible that you can't have it or anything, that sort of thing. It's just that, I mean, they sell it in like capsules and stuff that people want to take it for a health supplement. You don't want to take it at the same time that you're taking something. You don't want them both in your stomach at the same time, sort of a thing. And so, let's try and carefully open this bag up here give you guys an idea of what we're working with here. Sort of looks, yeah. It's like looking into a bag of Vanta Black. I mean, that's with direct light into the bag. So this is some dark, deep, heavy stuff, and it gets over on everything. So anyways, we're going to allow that oven to heat up here for approximately an hour. We're also going to allow this loaf to do a bit more of a rise off to the side here. We got our chicken now defrosting in the fridge, or over here. Let's see, where do we want to go from here? What am I going to do with the leftovers? I'm going to eat them tomorrow for my food, what I normally do. Jersey. Oh, what am I doing with the rest of the charcoal? Don't really have plans for that yet. Might keep using it for other food things. I mean, it's a good dye for turning things black, obviously. I mean... might be handy around Halloween. I think I'm going to make a little barbecue sauce up here first and get that done out of the way. I think it's pretty much 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 for Carolina. I thought about doing black pasta tonight, actually, Trigger, but I'm doing fettuccine. I don't know if it's tomorrow or if it's Sunday, or Friday or Sunday. Doing pizza one night. I think that's going to be Friday's pizza. You're going to have to look at the coming soon dates down below. But I think it's Friday we're going to be doing pasta, or potato. Going to do pizza. I've got to try out my new pizza stone I got for the holidays. And the other night we're going to be doing chicken fettuccine, which, if we're doing fettuccine this weekend, I didn't really feel like doing pasta again today. So, but yeah, could certainly use that for pasta. Yeah, I've seen it used in, well, squid ink is a different thing from this, but that's also another way to dye things black. That's more if you want to go seafood route. Squid ink is usually pretty fishy by itself. Also going to be doing some lemonade tonight. Actually, let's start with the lemonade. Because all I got over here right now is some water. But yeah, squid ink is pretty popular in pasta world. I'm going to start by making a little simple syrup here for our lemonade. It's sort of funny, I actually like the little charcoal char you'll get from a good well-used deck oven. I mean, you want your deck oven to be clean, but that little charring you get, I enjoy that in a pizza. About a cup of sugar. Equal amount of water. And because it's my simple syrup, a small pinch of salt. Just a teensy bit of salt. Just help bring out some of those other flavors later on. Don't have to worry about it later on when we're making our lemonade. Light. What's going on, pilot? All sorts of people joining in the battle tonight. Nice. I dip that in some water so we're not worried about that being warm at all. Not the proper way to light a flame. Don't do that. That's our oven up to temp, according to the oven, not to me. Probably need the sugar. Oh, we'll probably need brown sugar later. I think it's equal parts. Let's see here. Not quite. Oh, that's close though. Wait until our chicken's defrosted for that. What's new? What time did I make the bread? I made it around 9 o'clock last night. And like almost just before bed. And that's really I could do it in the morning and have it have probably not enough of a proof for starting here at 4:30. It's sort of the start time on the stream that sort of screws me up. If I was starting dinner at like 6 o'clock at night, I could do it in the morning. But since we're starting at 4:30, I sort of start it before I go to sleep, and that sort of ends up with about 20 hours of proof time. And you really only want to give it about 18. You want to give it 12 to 18. Just sitting on the counter. Not in the fridge, just mix it up, put a towel over the top, and forget about it for half a day. Lemons. Got a bag of lemons. I actually have a nice lemon press, but it's in my trailer right now. Didn't feel like making a separate trip just to get my lemon press. Bottle. which means our first 1 minute ad. Let's start our ad while I finish cutting lemons. Looks like we got a decent army going there. I'm going to leave myself 2 of these guys for some other future use, and we'll use the rest of them for lemonade. Let's use the one with the stem on it. The weird one with the stem. I don't know why they left the stem on that guy. Take all the rest of them off. Ooh, that's got a... Oh, I just cut through a seed, and the seed's black on the inside. It's a black seed. Okay, good. Our simple syrups to a boil. We should have all of our viewers back here for our battle. Let's do their fight. Uh-oh. Head Mama Bear's gonna get torn apart before everyone joins in. She took out half of its life, though. Head Mama Bear with the kills and the assists. Entropy and Head Mama Bear with the scrolls. Congrats. Oh, hey, a couple scrolls for myself, and I get a skin? Yeah, I get a skin. We'll keep on keeping on here. All right. Enjoy your lurk, Trigger. Hit that pyramid at the end. Oh, I just started another ad. Sorry. I can't do that now because well, I can go back to this. This down here, you want to look at that? Oh no, that's where we're headed eventually. I can't skip ahead. It's a game, you gotta do each battle on the way. So, Riemann time. The old ones in this scene map? Why is that, Leo? Is there some new change to the... I've been following the updates. I don't know what's new about this theme. Making lemonade, maybe a little bit of a trouble as far as the work, but wow. The lemon smell it creates in your house, this kitchen just reeks of lemon now. Hey, Tahiti lady. Welcome in.
Good evening.
Thank you for that sub, Tahiti lady. 2 months. Having a pretty good evening myself. Though I did almost fall asleep just before stream started. I also went out in the... It's sprinkling outside. It's trying to rain. Did a little... Grab a few things. Walked to the supermarket earlier. Picked up the last few odds and ends. Got these lemons. Got the broccoli that I'm going to do with the chicken tonight. Yep, Leo. Got a kitchen disposal. These things are great for lemon rinds. They're great for making your sink smell decent again. I'm thinking I just might add a little vodka to it tonight. What else do we have that we could throw in there? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go. With vodka. I could do Bacardi. I could do gin. Well, gin. No, I ain't doing no Long Island iced tea here. But we can do some... I still don't know. Do I want to do gin or do I want to do vodka? Sort of feeling gin myself. I was planning to use vodka, as was sort of obvious. But... Oh, the vodka doesn't... The whole idea in vodka is vodka's not supposed to taste like anything. So it's a little like, why are you adding vodka to mix in with something else? It's the only reason that you could want to add vodka to something is because you don't want it to taste like alcohol. Like, literally the only flavor there is to vodka is the burn. At least that's what it's supposed to be. You can get flavor hints and stuff like in that, but well, that's where I was getting to, Jersey. It's gotten to be where that whole premise of vodka not supposed to taste like anything sort of been thrown out at the same time too, because you have things like Ciroc, which Ciroc is supposed to be a vodka developed from grapes, but it is. I mean, it's got a different flavor to it. You know, it doesn't taste like nothing. It's got flavor. Whereas the Stoli I have here, I'm pretty sure this tastes like next to nothing but alcohol burn. But gin, you start getting a whole bunch of aromatics in there. You get the juniper in there. You get a couple other things, mostly juniper. And yeah, let's do gin tonight. Make it a little bit more fancy. Vodka is made typically from potatoes, at least traditionally. It's being made from flour. I would think the flour is a byproduct of something. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of other gins now too, jury. Actually, small bottle of gin that I have here is a gin that's made entirely from California flavorings, and so like there's no juniper in it either, but there is like pine and several other woody like flavors in there. Give me a sec, I'll show you the bottle of that. You got, I'm not going to use that for tonight because that's going to sort of lose its purpose in this lemonade, but we have a little bit left of St. George Terroir Gin, a uniquely Californian gin with a sense of place and poetry, distilled from sustainably sourced botanicals. Oh, there is juniper berries in this one with Douglas fir, fennel, bay laurel, sage, and other botanicals. But I think for ours, I'm going to pull out the big old bottle of Tanqueray. Do a little London dry gin. See what Tanqueray says there's. Next to nothing on flavor notes. Just preserving the legacy. Interesting, Jersey. I haven't tried, there's a couple distillers here in Sonoma County. There's one in Sebastopol. There's one in Sonoma. There might be another one, too. Oh, yeah, I think there's one in Petaluma, too. And, I haven't tried really any of their stuff. Actually, I take that back. I bought a bottle of whiskey from that Sebastopol distillery and wasn't overwhelmingly impressed. At least I think it was whiskey. I just remember not liking it. Let's see, is our chicken's almost there. Alright, so we got our lemon juice. We got a mess on the counter here. I'll give this a quick wipe. Let's see. Let's do equal parts. And let's do it in this. Okay, we got about a cup worth of lemon juice there. A little bit more than that. I want to do 2 of these. So we'll do a half cup. For lemon juice, we need our simple syrup. I typically use a 50-50 mixture of simple syrup to lemon juice. That's still obviously warm off the stove, so we're gonna end up getting a little bit of melt off of that ice, but we're gonna add a little water in there anyways. I'm gonna add about a quarter cup of water on top of that. Planning a second one of these tonight, so could maybe make that a little bit stronger, but not looking to get absolutely bombed off my first drink tonight. I should have cut myself a nice fancy garnish here. In fact, I will. I still have lemons. Just a simple slice of lemon, cut down the center and pull out that seed out of there. Still a little bit left in there, so a little bit heavy of a pour for our glass. That looks like a nice lemonade, doesn't it? Doesn't have any charcoal in it, does it? Should have thought about that one, huh? I'm going to take a picture of that if I can find my phone. Where did I hide my phone? is. Alright, now let's make this a charcoal lemonade. Oh, come on, you fit in there. There you go. I need to blacken the garnish? No, that ain't gonna happen. Maybe once I get the grill going, maybe we'll do that for the second one here. Actually, now you challenge me to that, screw it. Let's do it. I need to get this out here anyways. Please slide that way a little bit. Work with me tonight, camera. Thank you. That camera doesn't like to work with me. Doesn't like to hold its position very well. It's probably going to slip midstream. Start staring straight down again. Chicken's almost there. Still not defrosted. Been procrastinating doing this other bowl, waiting on that. But let's add our charcoal, which, yeah, I still have to be careful with this. I actually don't even, I don't want to put this on my cutting board, but I just did. But I don't need that much in this, I don't think. Let's try that. Let's try that much. Yep, I got charcoal all over my board already once, but why not a second time here? It's so fun getting it out of that wood. Here's hoping that I'm not completely black by the end of the night. Though there's a good charity redeem. Let's get someone to put their face right there and go, man, with that bag. Let's see, we getting warm over here yet? Kirby! Thank you for that raid. Welcome in, everyone. How's everyone doing? We're working with charcoal tonight. Hey, Miss Lisa Face. We're starting off with some bread. We're waiting to throw this in the oven here.
Huzzah.
Thank you for that sub, Kirby. Thank you, thank you. How is everyone doing tonight? I'm doing lovely. Anyone new in there, out there? Hello, I'm Jason. I stream here 3 nights a week on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Tonight is my ingredient challenge night, where I hold weekly votes in Discord you guys give me challenging ingredients to work with. And so tonight, a majority of the dishes we're working with using charcoal. And so, like I was starting the show here, we got our black bread with charcoal in there, or no-knead bread with a whole bunch of charcoal. And I was just working on making myself some lemonade here. And I was going to do a quick grill on a lemon, just for lulz, because who was it? Was it Leo? Druzy. No, it was Leo. Leo was saying need to darken the lemon to go with our charcoal lemonade. Starting to get there. Thank you, Miss Lisa Face. Hasn't even made it into the oven yet. Oven is up to temp. We're waiting for it to... I turn my up when I'm doing my no-knead breads. You want to make sure and heat up your Dutch oven. You want to make sure your oven is absolutely up to temp. And so that's already been telling me it's up to 450 here for probably 15-20 minutes now. We're going to wait until the next Stream Raiders battle. We'll throw this in there after the next Stream Raiders battle. Really, Kirby? We got some line coverage on there. Yeah, we're pretty much done with the first batch here. We got half cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice, half cup of simple syrup that's also here on the stove, just made, and about a quarter cup of water, 2 ounces of Tanqueray. So we got gin in there. I was originally thinking of doing vodka until someone in chat was like, what alcohol are you using? And I was like, we got gin. That sounds interesting. But I was going to go with vodka originally. That's still not where we want it. Turn the heat down on that a little bit though. Also going to be doing tonight, we're going to be making coal cookies, which is probably next on my list here after the lemonade. And going to be using, this is the first time this is actually the first use of my grill side on my new flat top, my new piece of cast iron there that I got for the holidays. And so I'm going to put some grill milk on my grill and put some grill marks on some chicken and some broccoli. And I'm going to make a black Carolina mustard style barbecue sauce for those. We'll use I'm thinking of setting up 2 disposable pastry bags. Do one with the barbecue sauce and one with sour cream. And so we get the black and white zebra thing going on with the dinner. I want to make sure and get a good sear on this other side, so I'm just going to let it sit there for a minute. It is starting to get quiet now, though. And it is sticking a little bit, so I think we're there. Yeah. So we got lemon for our garnish. Let's see how I went and made this without the charcoal, so I'm remaking this drink now with the charcoal. But there we go. That's a nice black lemonade there. This charcoal is just getting everywhere. Yeah. Put our grilled lemon slice in there. Let's see if we can't make my teeth black. I'm just going to drop this guy in there after doing the photo. But I think that was successful grilling action there. Couldn't even tell it's there. Just lemon and gin. Do get a little bit. I actually thank you for suggesting that lemon, Leo. Thank you for that sub, Druzy. Welcome into the grad. So let's see. I think I'm going to do cookies next. I didn't get butter out, though. I need butter out. So maybe we'll do barbecue sauce, then cookies. I also didn't transfer the cookie recipe. And we got a battle ready. So, as is standard nowadays, 1 minute ad, I'm going to go and get that recipe for the coal cookies, and we'll meet back here in a minute. What the heck? Where'd my recipe go? Well, it wasn't going to be the recipe I was going to use, but let's do this one. Okay. So let's do our battle. Looks like not a ton popped up there. That's 2 easy victories for us tonight, guys. Nice. Had Mama Bear with the kills again. The dude. With the assists. And Stumped 2020 and Entropy with the golden scrolls. Nice, nice, nice. So, I think we go for gold chest. What we got for second battles here? I think we go for the top one. Get those chests. I'm going to throw down my Berserker here. We'll want a little bit of an army build up here. Maybe a couple assist units, that sort of a stuff. And otherwise, throw rogues up here. Just anywhere, because rogues are going to go for the treasure chests. You guys get all the rewards that way. Let's pull up this recipe I sent over here. That didn't go over here. How fun. Be right back again. Says it sent it. Did it actually send it? Nope. Ah. I'm not signed in. And I'm not going to sign in now. I'm just going to have to search for it over here. There we go. Another gazillion long 101 photos and how to do this, and then actual recipe at the bottom. So we're gonna have to wait for this butter to soften up a little bit before we get going with the doing that. So it is time to work on barbecue sauce, which is why I got that small bowl up that I used for lemonade in the first place. Oops, nope, we want the cheap stuff. Wow, that's feeling liquidy. Where'd my half cup measure go here? Yeah, that's pretty weak sauce mustard there. Did I mix this with something? Yeah, I put something back in here. This ain't mustard. My bad. Hey, German dude, how you doing tonight? I think that's a good size recipe for tonight. We're only doing this for a couple chicken breasts. We can do a quarter size recipe here. I probably made Carolina barbecue and put it back in that mustard container, knowing myself. I know I put... That's not mustard. It's probably Old Carolina barbecue sauce that I forgot about. But who knows? Oh, I said I was going to put the bread in there. Let's put our bread in the oven. For anyone joining in here, we got our charcoal bread that's been... It has risen a little bit since it's been chilling over here. And we're going to pull that cast iron out of the stove. It's been hanging out in 450 degree oven. Yeah, I know my seasoning isn't great in the bottom of that pan right now. We'll throw that in the oven just like that. 450 degree, well preheated oven. We're going to put a lid on it. Set the timer for 20 minutes. That's going to begin cooking. It's going to steam the outside. It's going to break down all the flour on the outside of the dough ball. In 20 minutes, I'll take the lid off. We'll give it another 20 minutes. And that last 20 minutes open air, it's just going to blast it with that high heat. Going to give us that great crust because it's already been broken down from steaming earlier. Nice guess with the fenugreek. So, since we're doing such a small batch, that's about good with the ketchup. Excuse me, sir, do you have any Grey Poupon? Add a little horseradish mustard in there. We want a little Worcestershire. Give that a couple of shakes. We're going to want some honey. Nice, Stinging Bear. What are you planning to do with it? Any special plans? Are you familiar with Scrapple? Is it your first time using it? I mean, it's typically a breakfast food. Pickled tripe? I've had tripe before. I don't know if I've had pickled tripe before, but I've definitely had tripe before. What else am I missing in this? We got our brown, we need a little brown sugar in there too. Yep. More than enough. Put it back in my keep moist container. And lastly, let's add some charcoal to the party before we get into the veggies. I was saying before, this stuff is like Vanta Black. It's like, you can only tell there's a spoon down there where it's not underneath the charcoal. And that's with pretty much with the direct light going down in there at that angle. But add a healthy dose of that in there. We'll keep that for using for charcoal. I mean, Vanta Black, could you tell the difference? And now we need some more typical barbecue spices here. Start breaking out the chilies and all that good stuff. Let's skip that since it's not in the recipe. I was about to put a little cumin in there. But I'm going to add a bunch of smoked paprika. Smoked paprika will help with the smokiness. We'll add some chili powder in there. And some cayenne. Healthy dose of cayenne. We want some heat in our barbecue. And why not? I was supposed to put this in here anyways, but a little mustard powder. We got 3 types of mustard going on here. Let's see if we can't. Yeah, this is still going to be black. Nice. You see the clouds of charcoal coming off just from... This stuff is so fine. I mean, it's super, super powder fine. It gets all over everything. And, yeah. But good for color and stuff. Let's make sure we got this whisked up and use an actual whisk here. Pull out the my baby whisk. It's not as small as some other baby whisks, but it's my baby whisk. Yeah. Give that a try. Let's try everything you're making. I want some more sweet in that. I mean, a little bit more honey to that mixture. It may be that the sugar just hasn't been fully broken down. There was a little grit there. I don't think it was the charcoal giving me grit. I think it was the brown sugar. Charcoal is too fine to really give me anything. But that's a nice dark black. Still doesn't have enough spice or anything to it. I didn't add any of this earlier, but it might help with the contrast. Oh, that's what this is missing. That's why I can't taste anything in this. There's no fucking salt in there. I forgot my salt, pepper, and MSG. How dare I? Let's give that another mix up and see what we get now. There we go. Oh yeah. Maybe a little heavy on the cayenne there. But I'm good with that. And that is pretty damn dark. You can see a little red spark sparkle in there every there and there, but you can actually see that more on the camera than you do in person. I mean, you can see the reflection of the camera in it. My teeth black yet? So I'm actually going to take this, put that in a glass, and put that in a pastry bag. And like I was saying before, we'll do 2 pastry bags. We'll do one with charcoal and one with sour cream. We'll do a little zebra action on the final dish. Oh, does the charcoal counteract the alcohol? I would be not shocked, but I had not read that. As I was saying before, anyone new in here, you don't want to mix lots of charcoal with your medicines. It's very absorbent. They give it to you if you overdosed at the hospital, sort of a thing. And so, while it's okay to have charcoal, you don't want it in your stomach at the same time your whatever medicine's in there, because it's going to neutralize a lot of it. Alright, so we got our black barbecue sauce. How we doing on butter here? We're starting to get there. Might throw you in the microwave real quick. I think that's what's going to happen, actually. How's our chicken looking? Okay, our chicken's defrosted now. Nice. Pull that out. We can do some cleaning then. Because I need a bowl for my cookies. Now the bowl that I actually want to use. Got a little bit of bread dough stuck in there. Sorry for the banging there a sec. Trying to rush through cleaning this. All right. Soft butter. No, these aren't the same recipe at all I was looking at before. Oh well. We'll work with it. Almost grabbed the barbecue sauce to drink. That would have been a mistake. Absolutely not, Kirby. I love me a frozen pizza every now and then. It's been a year and a half, but no shame in that. Doing pizza here upcoming this weekend. First pizzas I'm actually doing at home because I now have a pizza stone. I got a pizza stone for the holidays. And so, gonna try doing Jim Leahy's no knead bread, or no knead pizza dough. And so that's another start ahead like I did with this bread. But we'll have dough. I'll be making my own tomato sauce. And I'm thinking of doing both a garlic white cheese sauce pie and a traditional pepperoni. Maybe with some black olives. I like me some black olives. I like me that umami. So maybe pepperoni and black olive. Maybe a white pie. Maybe I'll put the olives on the white pie. I don't know. I did see... I don't know. I think we need to do 2 polls right now. Let's start off with the easy one here. Work with me, computer. Please work with me. Work with me, computer. There we go. This is the one that everyone asks. I got one a little bit more complicated after this one. But go ahead and vote on that poll at the top of the chat there. Gonna add 1 cup of sugar in these cookies. Actually, no, I'm doing half recipe. Half cup of sugar. I don't need a gazillion cookies. I don't need a gazillion coal cookies either, but I don't need a gazillion cookies, period. So, half cup of sugar. Pull that brown sugar back out again. Yeah, that's close enough for me. That was supposed to be 1 cup of sugar and 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Maybe slightly light on our brown sugar, but not by much. Start by mixing these together, creaming them together as you would if you have a stand mixer. And take the lid off of our bread. That is looking pretty. I like that. You guys have to wait and see. We'll set that timer for another 20 minutes. And then our bread will be able to be viewed. So Kirby, if you're still lurking around here, I know it's pretty late. How'd the rest of your truck build go? For those that are unfamiliar with Kirby, he's a model maker, model builder, and just opened up a new kit today. He's building himself a replica semi-truck, trailer, tractor. But he's done a number of other cool things. He's just finished up doing the Bates home from the famous movie and book and all that. And he's also been working on making a bunch of minis. He's going to do like I think he's going to be doing like a Italian job diorama or something. But he's working on those. But he just started on a truck and looks like it's going to be a larger project than he anticipated. When I had to move away, he was just finishing up the very basics of the squaring of the frame out. Oh, you got the engine mounted. Nice, nice. But you guys should give him a follow and check out if you haven't done so already. You eat boiled bread? Yeah, it's sort of... depending on where you are and what type of bread, it's sort of a popular thing. I'm not a big boiled... I like crispy, crunchy. I like texture. But I mean, they sell canned bread. I mean, there's all sorts of bread. So we got those two in there. We're going to add some cocoa. Yeah, cocoa. Like, you can't even tell there's anything in there. Nice. And yeah, it just goes everywhere and sticks to everything. What happened to the cookie dough? It disappeared. Yeah. I'm very purposely mixing this with the fat, with the butter here, because that's going to give it the best chance to spread throughout the entire dough. Might have been a bit too heavy on the charcoal there. We'll see. Vantado. I'm gonna turn the fan on over here. I'm sweating this today. And our battle's ready. So 1 minute ad. Welcome in, Pikachu. Why is that? Why are you sad? Glad to see you, though. Why my timer no show? Where's my timer? Can you guys hear that fan at all? Sometimes I wonder if I can't hear some of the really quiet stuff in just my single earbud. I need to clean it. It's got that like something's tapping something as it spins around. I've had that fan a very long time. Let's go ahead and do our battle. I'm hoping it's been a minute. Rogues got taken out before they get to the top chest. I tried to zoom it in for you guys, but it's trying to keep everything on the screen. This is looking like it might be rough. We've lost about half of our forces now. 9 versus 17. Seven versus 9. Turn the tide. All we have to do is break down the boxes. Woohoo! And yeah, I do have a bright green cursor. I can't see anymore. Oh wow, we lost the tank and everything too. We had nothing but ranged. We got lucky. Victory. Entropy with the kills, Stumped with the assists, Tahiti Lady walking away with the gold. Yay, yay, yay. Let's see what we got for quests here. I get myself some scrolls. And we have to wait for our next one. Got army upgrades. There we go. We'll skip the store for now. Move on to the next battle. I'm not big into a lot of other games, Drizzy. I used to be big into games when I was younger, but it has been a while since titles actually hooked me. Go ahead and add your players to the field. We'll do that battle here in 30 minutes. I've toyed with a number of games in the past. I was hugely addicted to EverQuest 1 back in the day. I played all the Tribes series, which I sort of feel like Halo was copied off of. I feel that Halo copied Tribes. And more recent times, I've tried some things, but I've never stuck with them. I played a little bit with Planet Zoo. I played a little bit with Apex. I gave up Apex in less than a month due to when it first came out, there were so many aimbotters and so many hackers in that first season that I didn't even really make it to Season 2 before I was like, forget it. I'm not even worth this. But yeah, I'd like to find a nice game out there, but there's nothing that's catching my interest. And I've talked about it before. It's so many of the games these days, I would want to get on like the ground level, and I want to know a game. I want to like be committed to a game. And nowadays, it's like, okay, you can join in alpha, you can join in beta, and the streamers are going to get the first chance at it before I do, and or the dedicated gaming streamers. And so I just have nothing's really hooked me. So let's go back to our cookies. Gonna add an egg in here. Got so much junk in this refrigerator right now. Nice to hear, lady. I unfortunately sort of see Twitch splitting into more gaming focused and Amazon Live focused, and I really don't like that scenario. I really don't. I'm not here to be a pitchman. I'm not here to. I mean, I occasionally throw things out there that I think are great products that you guys could use at home, but at the same time, it's not my point of streaming to be trying to sell you stuff, and that's what Amazon Live is right now, and I'm not a big fan of that at all. So we'll give that a little bit of a whip up. Yeah, the new Amazon CEO actually knows what Twitch is, because the Andy now in charge of Amazon was the head of web services before. But it's a lot of... They're saying he's not the CEO. He's still on the board. He's the head of the board still. He just doesn't have the I run things day-to-day title anymore. He's relieving himself of some responsibilities there, less so giving up any power. Baking powder, baking soda. We'll throw a little of both in there. Evening, Suki. How you doing tonight? How's life treating you? We're making coal cookies. These also a great recipe for you guys. You can substitute black cocoa in here instead of the charcoal if you're afraid of the charcoal and have black cocoa. But otherwise, this might be a fun, cutesy gift if you have any kids at home. Give them coal for Christmas that they'll actually enjoy. Nice, Kirby. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for the raid earlier. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And thank you for the resub. Class in 30 minutes. Check out the awesome, Suki. Thanks for stopping by. What did I do with my fork? It's probably it. Don't know for sure yet. I'm just making dishes, making dirty stuff all over the place here. Okay, need a little salt in there. We got everything else in there now, other than our flour. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Make sure and incorporate our egg entirely before we move on to adding our chocolate and our flour. Because I'm going to throw a couple chocolate chips in here too. Three minutes left on our bread. Using a half-cup measure to do a cup and a half flour. Oh, don't need a cup and a half of flour. Need a cup and a quarter, need 3/4 of a cup of flour here. We're doing a half cup, half recipe. Yeah, she's a master at that game. Forgot the chocolate again. That looks about right. Hey, you need your food license, you need your alcohol license. Different types of licenses into drivers. Yeah, there's a couple of odd ones in there, but we're going to do it when we get to it, Leo. It's the next one, I think, here. Or no, there's one more before it, maybe. Mix in all of our flour just to really combine. There we go. That's some cool looking dough, cookie dough. Sheet pan and parchment. That is not what I was looking for. What did I do with that guy? Ah, there he is. Oh, bread time. Save you guys listening to the timer there. Still a little warm. We'll just move the cookies out of the way and give you a good view of this bread as it comes out here. What temp we need our cookies at? Oh, 400 degree. I was going to do 350, but let's split the difference. Do 375. We got a nice preheated oven here tonight. Yeah, that's a black piece of bread. Almost looks burnt. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's see what we got for nice bottom on it. It's got a crust. I'm happy for that. That's going to be cool. I'm hoping we'll cut into that and that's just going to be black all the way through. Gnocchi? Usually gnocchi are, if that's what you're talking about. I don't think gnocchi is normally spelled that way. Maybe you just quick misspelled it. Typically, they don't have a long shelf life. There's something you want to fry up quick. Add a little butter, a little sage. Maybe for a quick pasta dish. But you can add some tomato sauce. You can do all sorts of stuff with them. Pre-made pantry stuff. Well, what I'm thinking of is gnocchi, which are a sort of like a potato-based pasta dish. Sort of like pasta made from potato flour or from potatoes, and are soft and pillow-like. They're supposed to resemble pillows, at least traditionally. I've done them for stream. There might be a photo up there of them still, where I did them with peas and a couple other things. Let's portion some cookies. Serve a wet dough. Which is surprising because the charcoal is so absorbent. I'm going to risk 2 more on here. We'll give that oven 5 minutes to cool down a little bit more. Have a sip of our lemonade. Pasta shaped like gnocchi. Oh, okay. Well, then I would treat them like pasta. I've seen gnocchi. Gnocchi's one of the things they typically do with sort of I mean, I've certainly seen it with tomato sauces. But I think I more see gnocchi with like sage and brown butter, butternut type sauces, or pumpkin based sauces. They tend to play with the flavors when it comes to gnocchi a little bit more than your traditional pasta. I see pasta and sort of like tomato and pasta. Gnocchis are great for ragouts. Probably not your best choice, but they go great with ragouts. Came in a fancy gift basket. Not necessarily a bad thing. You tend to get a lot of smaller businesses in those gift things because it's at least my experience working at the farmers markets here is they love getting into when they're the small businesses. They love getting into those because there's guaranteed sales. It's good turnover for them, but and it gets their name out there to people that wouldn't have bought their product otherwise. But yeah, it also means you're getting a lot of stuff from small businesses. And some small businesses are small businesses for a reason. Sort of like some streamers are small streamers for a reason. Pesto would be great with them. Yeah, brown butters. Potato, brown butter. Little charred sage in there. Let's see, what else we got to do here before we get to grilling everything off? All we really got is our cookies left, I think. Okay, we got our barbecue sauce. I don't need the pizza dough recipe until tomorrow night. Oh, I can't just right click and we'll do that. We'll do that as well. Okay. Okay, we got that, we got that, we got that. I think it's time we do a little broccoli marination and clean up. Because I don't have normal broccoli. I have baby broccoli or broccolini or broccoli rabe or not 100% sure. This one's saying broccoli rabe, which is a rarity. I don't know if I've seen anything called broccoli rabe since I left college, culinary school. We'll save the rubber band. Second thought. It's a nice black rubber band too. It's my oh, you guys still can't see it, but I keep a little container for my rubber bands. It gives me a place to put them in purpose because rubber bands is one of those things that is very commonly found in foods unintentionally. It's one of the most common mistakenly put in things in foods. They just leave the rubber bands on the veggies. It's partially a timing thing, which I don't know why we have it right now in that case, because broccoli's a little bit more. We'd normally have it like broccoli rabe like early summer for early fall broccoli, but this must be imported in that case. I didn't look. But now that I have a truck back I don't have my truck back yet. My truck's still in service. But now that I have a truck, I can go back to the farmers markets. It's been like a month here where I've just been... it's half of me procrastinating because I don't want to go out because... Yeah. But I've been waiting like a month and just walking everywhere. So, taking the leaves off, leaving the rest of the stem there. Leaves, it's more of a texture thing. They're gonna either way overcook on me, especially on this grill here, or they're just not gonna be very tasty. We'll give all these a fresh cut on the bottom, like they're... I'll just give everything a fresh cut on the bottom. I think they'll fit. So we'll throw these in there. We'll hit them up with some soy. Yeah, I enjoy walking to the supermarket too. I don't really mind that. It's the other stuff like I was supposed to have a run-of-the-mill blood test here, and I haven't gone and done that because I haven't been traveling. Have to go in the big city in the county to get the blood test. I don't know, maybe there's a place in Petaluma too, or was it just Santa Rosa? Seasoning. And let's do a little paprika and a little chili powder with our broccoli. And I think I still have a... Yeah. Let's get rid of this little of this crushed red pepper. I'm looking that one up. Quite possibly. Well, let's look up the official source here. You guys don't get to have the official sources. Yep, it's Italian for vanilla. Vanilla. Take these and give them a good toss in the... Make sure the tops all get coated. I'm not going to turn the veggies and the chicken black tonight. I figure the black barbecue is hopefully enough. Hey, Butita. Welcome in. How you doing tonight? We're working with charcoal. It's not a horrible plan, Leo. I just don't like wasting a bag for things like that at the same time, too. I'm very... I am almost, like, hesitant to use my pastry bags. I was actually considering using parchment instead of that tonight. It's like, I've got the bags. Why are you going to make a mess with who knows what thickness on that sauce? Oh, welcome in, but we've already started with our charcoal bread here. It's just fresh out of the oven. A little brown to the bottom of it there, but nice crust, and starting to crack here as it cools down because it's got a nice crust to it, even though it doesn't look too crusty. We got some coal cookies that I'm going to throw in the oven now. These are going to go for around 8 minutes here. I'm going to start my iron back on back here, or my griddle back here on the stove. And let's get some flavor on those chicken breasts. First need to dry them off real good here. They've been sitting in that bag. Thank you, Jersey. You're with me on Sunday. You would have saw me butcher these. They're feeling like they're soaked with water, like they're pumped with water. Well, it is in the stream tags, although I used the visual one because stirring things and that sort of stuff. I'm going to brush this with some oil here. Ooh, battle time. I'm going to turn that way down low. We want that to be warm here until we're ready with everything else. And as usual, 1 minute ad for our Stream Raiders battle. Have a good one, Suki. Got the, also for anyone just joining us, we got the black lemonade with a little gin in there. Can't even tell it's there. There's like no flavor at all to this, other than it being sort of difficult to work with and making a mess everywhere. It's a pretty easy challenge, unfortunately. Well, I hope you make yourself a nice one there, Miss Lisa Face. I know you were enjoying the eggnog ones that I did earlier this year, the eggnog White Russians. I think that was you. What are you drinking these days? You want your meat to be dry as possible before you're putting it on the grill or whatever. It's a good guess. Probably is yakitori. We'll steal some oil off of our grill and plant that on the top of these guys. I put too much oil in here. Just trying to coat everything. Okay, that wasn't enough oil. Let's pour some oil on these guys. It's first time using this grill, or grill, flat top. So, a little worried on time, temp. I'm not practiced. Nice, Miss Lisa Face. It's not good for you to drink a ton anyways. Everything in moderation. Teriyaki. Salt and pepper on our chicken. So I totally didn't see what we did for our first... What was the results of our first poll? 50-50. Okay. Gonna give you another poll here. This is the real one that I want the answer to. Because I saw this on another Discord, and it was in their, like, culinary disasters area. I want to know what you guys think of this. And we'll do our Stream Raiders battle. Why is this music still going? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Entropy with the kills. Gokisonics with the assists. Fanged Mermaid, Head Mama Bear, and Tahiti Lady with the rewards. Come on, game. Clicking the button. It's not working. We're reloading the game. If the game even wants to, the game doesn't even want to close. How we doing on our Kiwi poll? No so far? No fans of the Kiwi on pizza? While we're waiting on that, I'm going to get another glass going for our sour cream. Need to save some of the sour cream because I'm going to use it for the I want to make some more dressing here with the pizza. Yeah, our cookies spread a bit too much. Those are a bit too loose. It's a giant cookie now. I made a giant coal cookie. Might be able to squeeze out one more, but I don't think it's going to be worth it just for a nice photo of a coal cookie. I'm sure they're still going to be delicious. They just spread a bit too much. The recipe was way too loose. I should have realized it when I was scooping them and throwing in a bit more flour. Oh, so you're saying it's just one cookie, so I can eat it all at once, right? So I'm just going to do a little bit of sour cream here. We'll use the sour cream more as the accent to our black barbecue. Especially since the barbecue isn't hugely spicy. It's got some spice to it, but I mean, I added a fair amount of cayenne in there. But it's still not. So definite no on the kiwi on pasta or on pizza. Though it looks like we only have one person. That's all we needed, but. Alright, let's try starting our chicken in here. Or turn our heat back up here. I'm liking the pitting in these though. They look like coal. Like they have that like if you look at a piece of coal, well, real coal doesn't really have that dimpling so much, but if you look at like a piece of charcoal, like going into your grill sort of a thing, it's like porous. It's got all these little holes in it. And that's the way these are looking if you look at them up close. Sort of pot marked and full of holes and bubbles. Oops. There we go. It's beginning to smell gas there. Good thing to know the smell of. Especially when you got a gas grill. Yeah, lava cookies. Got that very, very lava rock texture to them. Yeah, we need stuff. Let's see if Subway where nothing is real. Yeah, we really need them copying me. If you guys aren't following the news, earlier this year, I think it was Ireland, decided that Subway bread had so much sugar in it that it didn't qualify as bread and was instead a pastry. And just recently, there was a lawsuit filed, I think here in California, but somewhere in the States, that their tuna doesn't actually contain tuna. But I mean, they already took the yoga mat silicone material out of their bread. And, I mean, what's left to put in there but sugar? And turn off the oven, but I left it on there for a minute. Might be okay to throw the chicken down there to finish on them. I'm going to do the broccoli after the chicken's basically done. This Lisa face. So you and Miss Tahiti are usually big winners on those. Oh, let's start our last battle here, our boss battle, our pyramid battle there for Leo. It's the first time I've done this one. What do we got here? I think I'm just going to put my tank out there, and we'll see how things go. Yeah, why don't we mass up behind the tank here? So we'll make just about all of that not worth our time. Bistickies? I think that's the plural of steaks. Not much color on them yet. We're going to crank up that heat a little bit here. I have it just as a plural in Spanish for steaks in my definitions. Yeah, speaking of pork, no. Not really using pork this week. Might have a little Italian sausage with our pizza. We got Italian sausage in the house. We got pepperoni and black olives. And I'm thinking of doing both a tomato sauce and a white sauce for the pork, or for the pizza. I have not. Something to maybe throw on the upcoming list there. Getting some better color here now. Yeah, I think we're getting a little bit better color now that I turn things up. So I think this big guy is going to give us the best color, unfortunately. I think this guy's going to look a little pale. I'm not sure on the definition of that offhand. I know it's a dish, and I know it's a very well-known dish, but I don't know it. Is that the rolled pork dish that they do slices of for ramen? I mean, I know that name from somewhere. I just don't. I'm not a big. I mean, I'm okay with ramen, but there are people on Twitch that are just like, I love ramen, and I'm not that person. Yeah, that sounds about right. The first marks didn't take very well, so I'm going to sort of redo those first marks. Oh. Cold cookies are a winner. Oh wow, there's all sorts of butter flavor going on in there. Those are really buttery, really buttery. Oh, I love myself a good bowl of ramen or pho. Those just those deep broths. I love myself broth. I'm love very deep, very flavorful sauces, broths, all that sort of stuff. So I have a lot of appreciation for it. It's just not something I've heavily studied. Certainly not something I've heavily studied compared to other people here on Twitch. But something I'm probably going to have to spend a little bit more time with. Yeah, Tahiti Lady, there's basically only one cookie. Unfortunately, they spread a little bit too much on me. But it's one giant cookie that I took a little bite out of. I got the cutting board there more to put this stuff on there after we're done. I haven't broken into the bread, but it is looking gorgeous. It's softening up as we hang out here, but we'll break into that in a little bit once we plate up everything here. But we want to let the bread is something you want to allow to, I often cut into it during stream to give you guys a look, see what's inside, what the crumb is like. If you're not familiar with the term crumb is your bubble dispersion, what the inside of the mix of the bread is. It's an actual term. I heard someone the other day laughing at the term crumb because they didn't know what it was. But you really should allow your bread to completely cool to room temperature. And I don't mean just the outside, I mean the inside, because you'll have steam built up inside, and so, yeah, you want to allow that steam to cool down and reabsorb into the bread before you break into it. What I often do is, because I'm doing it ahead of time, is I'll break it open, and then I'll put the open sides cut against the board, and that'll still allow, or still sort of trap some of the steam in there, and it's sort of like the best thing I can do while cutting it early. But if you got the time, just give it an extra 10-15 minutes, let it properly cool. It's German for vegetables. Tahiti Lady. The last word there. Oh wow, there's a little black scum in the bottom of the glass. A little heavy on the charcoal. I probably should have taken the tenderloins off of these, but oh well. Chicken breasts never really cook evenly well with the tenderloin on them. I mean, you notice, it's sort of hard to see there on the camera, but both of these are sort of at an angle because the tenderloin's got them leaning to one side or the other. Got you guys all joining the battle tonight. Nice. While that continues cooking there, we're still waiting on our chicken to finish cooking here. We got our single cookie there. Not all at once, but yeah, I'll eat it eventually. I already started in it, and it's pretty tasty. Nice soft cookie still. It's got a little chew to it. It's got a little pull to it. But it's all sorts of buttery. All sorts of buttery. Chicken. I mean, that, yeah, all sorts of butter in that cookie. I think we're to the point here where these are going to get finished in the oven here. I think these guys are a little too thick to be finished on the grill without overcooking the outsides. Getting a little smoky in here too. I don't know how well you can tell that, but we got a decent amount of smoke in this kitchen right now. I'm going to flick that fan on high. I apologize for the headphone users. Yeah. These are going in the oven. Just throw them on the same pan. You got some decent color on the bottom of them. Might actually serve them bottom side up from that color. Learning to use my new grill here. Turn the heat down. And we'll add our broccoli raw right on top of where we were doing our chicken Try and get some of that chicken fat flavor in there too. Miss Lisa face. You two are just too good at this word scramble. Turning on another fan here. Yeah, my whole house is smoky now. Yeah, it's a little smoky in here. Well, the thing about the smoke alarm is it's behind a closed door over there. See how our chicken's doing in here. It's getting close. Let's open up our bread and see what we got here for our bread. I get to see it when you guys do. Nice. Nice even black. It looks even more evenly black to me here. And no real huge bubbling going on there, but we do have a lot of even bubbles throughout. perhaps a bit. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Could have maybe done a little bit longer of a bake on it. It's hard to tell with the black outside, but I think we could have probably gone a little bit stronger on our bake, but it's not like it's raw in the center. I think it's just a little moister than I want it to be. Oh, I was pretty much expecting what we got here, which is, yeah. There, you guys can probably see it better there. I still haven't learned where all the cameras are. It is sort of soft. I mean, it's an AP flour bread. It's not whole wheat. Yep, pretty even on the air. There's a very obvious fold pattern going there, though. But that's really probably just where I folded everything over. We'll hold that down flat. It's getting on the blade. I gotta try this in front of you guys. I mean, even though I'm pretty sure the charcoal's not gonna give it really any flavor at all. I mean, the charcoal is very neutral. Okay, we'll toast the other half. Yeah, oven doesn't want to turn on because of the heat. Thank you, Miss Lisa Face. Let's give this a shot. Let's see what we got here. It's bread. It's very neutral, very flat. Charcoal, it's an Amazon. You can find it in health and nutrition stores. Activated charcoal is sort of one of those nutrition fads. No. What's real meme material in this stream? Is when someone wants it their way. Because, oh hey, that didn't work. What happened? It's on the right scene. It's been a long time since I've done this. Maybe I moved the... Let's fix that real quick here. There we go. It's not Burger King. But yeah, not bad. Let's throw a little salt on it too, just to make sure that we get all the flavor. No, Miss Lisa Face. Bernie, I literally... just Googled Bernie transparent background. It was like the third photo. I did not do that. I did not mask that. I just Googled it and stole it. Well, it's not toasted, but it is crispy. Like you're beginning to toast, and there's like no difference to it. It's got a little bit of flatness and all that good stuff. Potentially, Rhino. Welcome in. And hello, Epic Wolfie. We're just wrapping up here. We got last of my lemonade. A little gin and lemonade. We got our charcoal bread. We have our overgrown charcoal cookie. Let's see if we can't cut one of those free here. So we got a nice charcoal cookie. There's a little chocolate chip in there. You can see the chips in the bottom. Throw that back there. See how our chicken's looking. Okay, I'm going to take that. Might be slightly under still, but hey, Uberman. Let's do our final plate up here. Let's grab one of these chicken breasts. I know I'm sort of off screen here now. Give this a quick cut. We got too much stuff in the screen. Don't need you. You're off, you're off. You're off. We don't need to worry about that. We can cut the fan because I can live with the smoke. Put the bread with the bread. Right on the edge. Cook through though. And take our broccoli rabe that we seasoned with seasonings and a bunch of sesame or soy sauce. Chicken, lay that over the top. And start with the chocolate. Our barbecue sauce, which is a Carolina style barbecue, mustard based barbecue, and still that black with the charcoal in there. And we'll do a very fine tip on this. If I can find where I hid my scissors at. What did I do with my scissors? Oh well. Get rid of the plastic tip. Okay. Don't like how that's sitting. There we go. So there's our charcoal barbecue. And we'll go in with a little sour cream just for the contrast. Get rid of the plastic tip that flew into the dish. Clean up the dish that you just got messy. There we go. Chicken broccoli rabe with Carolina barbecue sauce, even though it's black and white. Give you guys a main view of this deliciousness with the perhaps a little bit better color. Grab a photo of this deliciousness. I think I'm doing pretty good here for doing charcoal first time. I was pretty happy with that. What do you guys think? Did I work out all right here? Grab ourselves a plate with a cookie here for one last photo here. I made an absolute mess of the kitchen tonight. This place is disaster zone tonight. Put you away. You used to have the bread on you. Okay. Photo of the cookie. Charcoal is... the texture is there's basically no texture at all. I'm going to show you guys the bag here again. It's like looking at a Vanta Black picture. I mean, that's like direct light into the bag there. But it is super fine. I mean, it's so fine that it gets all over everything. And flavor-wise, it's very neutral. You can't even really hardly tell it's there. It's just really good at adding that black color to everything. Let's do our battle. Thank you for that suggestion there, Leah. 1 minute ad for those guys. They're already looking at the ad, but I apologize for not mentioning that before, but we got our timer going. Let's see if... let's take a photo of our cookie here real quick while we're waiting on that. Nice white plate for the cookie. Happy with that, happy with that. Let's do another drink while we're waiting. Where did I put my... there we go. Now I need to figure out where with the measure. Before the battle. We'll do one more drink. That's just some sugar in the... so that's fresh squeezed lemon juice that I made earlier on stream. We've got simple syrup, equal parts lemon and simple syrup. I watered the last one down with about a 1/4 cup of water. I'm going to use the previous drink that was in there for that action. And you can see it's already still black from the last one. There was still enough charcoal in there from the last one to leave it in there. Might as well add a tinge more. That's too much. But just a little bit in there. I haven't done the battle yet, Huberman. Oh, hey. We want some booze in our lemonade, don't we? Using gin. As someone asked me earlier in the stream, was it Leo? One of you guys asked me what type of alcohol I was putting in my lemonade. I was thinking vodka, but I got thinking about it. I'm like, let's throw some gin in there. And it's a pretty good mix. I was happy with that. Now that's Tanqueray. Quit spilling. The little grilled lemon on top. Also a suggestion from chat. It's going to take me forever to get the black out of my board. Ah. So there we go, a little everything in one shot there for you guys. Take one more shot of that with the camera here, or rather with my phone at least. We'll go back and do our battle now. You got a boss battle too. Nice, nice. Victory. Congrats, guys. So let's see here. We got Entropy and Stumped with the kills and assists. And Gok Sunks. I've pronounced that 3 different ways, I think, now. Welcome in. I think it's the first time I've seen you in here. Glad to have you. And Fanged Mermaid with the rewards. Congrats. We're going to give a raid here to Mr. Horologist. Great streamer. I've raided him once before. Thank you guys for joining me. We're going to be doing pizza and chicken Alfredo here on Friday and Sunday. Love to have you guys come back. Start at 4:30 Pacific every week. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Thank you for the raids tonight. Thank you for joining in, everyone. Oh, hey, I didn't start it. I will start it, since I already got a raid going. I will do it tomorrow. Or rather, I'll do it after the stream in the Discord. But we're going to have a new vote up here tonight for next week's Wednesday. We'll see what we get as far as choices. You guys have already suggested things in the ingredient suggestions. And I hope you all have a great night. I'll see you all again soon.